incredible anchorages, super friendly locals, an amazing lake, a dolphin escort, stunning waterfalls. This episode from unforgettable Sulawesi has it all. We're an Australian couple, Rob and Karen, who worked out before it was too late that life is for living. So we're off sailing to catch our Dreamtime, exploring as many of Indonesia's 17,000 islands as we can. Next on our list is Sulawesi, the world's 11th largest island, remote and far from the usual sailing routes. Its coastline boasts golden sand beaches and hundreds of offshore islands for us to discover, along with many diverse cultural groups. Come along on our journey as we make the most of every single day in Series 5, Dreamtime Sulawesi. What a place to wake up in. Our long lumpy passage from Banggai Laut the previous day was all forgotten as we took in our surroundings here at Peleng. It was easy to see why Sailing Excelsior had named it Hammerhead Bay. Absolute serenity. Until I decided we needed to fire up the generator to run the water maker.
While Rob's making water with the noisy generator, I'm going to take the opportunity to float on the kayak and see what I can find.
In this world of ours, we made everything the shape of the clouds, the stars in the sky above, and held in these two hands is a flag I can't raise. This world of ours. Deathly dust settles in everything. Used to fail now. There's not much that we can do. Chase of dread, no promise in this broken land. A fool or a saint, let reason prevail in this world of ours. We can do what we want to, if only we see. We can color the sky just how we want in this world of ours.
When I returned to the boat, I was met by a man and his young son in a canoe from the village.
Paddle.
Can you speak Indonesia?
No, I'm sorry. You speak English? A little?
Sedikit. Me,
So,
babies.
your baby?
Unfortunately, the language barrier got in the way, but I was able to explain that Emma on Luwuk spoke Bahasa Indonesian, so he headed over there. Emma later explained to us that the small boy was so amazed to see our yachts from the village that he had been in tears of excitement as he'd never seen a sailboat before, and that was why his father had brought him out to see the boats up close.
His visit proved to be fortuitous for us. Our next planned stop was to visit the world-famous Lake Paisu Pok on the north coast of the island. The problem was that our satellite imagery didn't give us any great confidence about being able to anchor anywhere close. Emma explained this to our new friend and asked if he could arrange for a car to take us to the lake from his village rather than us risking a doubtful anchorage. A couple of hours later, we were sitting in his house getting all the details of what he'd been able to organise for us. What a man. The next morning we dinghied across the bay from our boats and were treated with a walking tour of the village before our car arrived. Just walking past the supermarket.
The houses here are different once again, and they're decorated with panels of timber, slats really, and decoration throughout. Really quite beautiful.
Chocolate is one of the main products grown throughout the Banggai Islands, including here, obviously. But this village is it's
So
really,
well maintained.
really nice. We have not seen one piece of rubbish anywhere.
Oh, come on out. Hello, Puggy.
Many of the houses have signs over the gateway which is all about building community, and the entire village is just really well cared for. So these people are proud of their community, and it's just fantastic to see. And to be honest, a very pleasant change to much of what we've seen with rubbish around Indonesia. There is an education program going on, and it is starting to work. Move aside for the rush hour traffic.
Junior school classes came to an abrupt halt the moment we came into view, with all of the kids and the teachers racing out to say hello.
We're told mains electricity only arrived in the village 2 years ago, but it's all very tidy. Some places we go to, there are wires hanging off wires hanging on wires, but here it's all fairly orderly at this stage. We really enjoyed our stroll around this lovely village, but now it was into the car for our 2-hour drive to the lake. The name of the lake, Paisu Pok, carries a deep meaning in the local language, believed to translate to still or dark waters. This meaning perfectly fits the character of the lake, which radiates peace and tranquility. The lake is famous for its mesmerising beauty, but also for the serene atmosphere it offers. With its crystal clear waters and surrounding jungle natural beauty, the lake is unique and, as yet, largely unspoilt. We couldn't help but think if this natural wonder was in Bali, it would no longer be jungle fringed, but surrounded by concrete to accommodate 20,000 tourists a day. Destroyed, in other words. We felt so privileged to see it as it is. Absolutely magical. Did you get wet?
I got wet. Very wet. I got wet for you too.
We had a fantastic day, all made possible by the incredible generosity of our very new friends.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
It was a pleasure to return the favour to a small degree by inviting the whole family out to our Dreamtime the following day.
Sampai di kampung desa, anak-anak banyak saya bilang, oh tidak boleh tenggelam kapal nanti.
Everybody wanted to come. Oh, everybody wanted to come. Like sink out the whole village on the boat.
It's safe to say the kids had a great time and were particularly impressed by our beanbag chairs. Fortunately, Emma's language skills made things so much easier to share a little of each other's lifestyles. These sort of encounters are just another reason we love cruising in Indonesia. Sama-sama! After paying our respects to those that served, we upped anchor for our 42-mile passage to Luwuk on the Sulawesi mainland.
Are we clear of the reef on starboard?
Absolutely clear of the reef.
They asked us if we could sail the boat past tomorrow when we leave, so they could say goodbye, because the village couldn't come out to the boat. The village would have sunk the two boats. So we are slowly creeping in as close as we can to the seaweed farm.
Hope to get into the village and do a sail by, but unfortunately there are way too many floats and seaweed lines and things that we could get trapped and caught on. So we have stayed this far out. We've given them all a big wave, and I'll do a couple of blasts on the on our foghorn in a minute, and maybe they will be watching.
And the whole village is out there. It's way too far for probably the cameras, but it's such a lovely sight.
Hello, mate. You're a big bloke. You're on your own. Typical of the conditions this close to the equator, we had a basically windless trip under motor. Karen took most of the watch, keeping an eye on distant squalls, while I worked at putting together another video chapter of our Indonesian travels. The anchorage itself here is absolutely fantastic from a protection point of view. We're up the end of the harbour, 360-degree protection in every direction. The water is absolutely flat, great for a good night's sleep. The ferry docks on both sides of the harbour, but not close enough to worry us at all. We are anchored in about 13 metres with good holding mud by the feel of it. So it's been a very, very secure spot. Luwuk is the capital of central Sulawesi's Banggai Regency and a reasonably big city. First things on our to-do list here were obtaining cash, provisions and fuel. Provisions turned out to be plentiful and easy. We could even buy beer in the supermarket, which is unusual in Sulawesi. Fuel was a bit more effort, as the nearest service station was about a mile from the harbour. So this is the way you do fuel. There's no fuel docks. We go up to this petrol station. We've got 120 litres of Dexlite, and we jumped a little bimbo to get it back down to the boat. Saved a lot of back-breaking time. And cash turned into a nightmare, but more about that later. We're not all work and no play though. So once again, we teamed up with the Lullabians to hire a car and driver so we could visit the Salodik Waterfalls north of the city. We have come up into the mountains behind Luwuk, where we're currently anchored in Sulawesi, to these waterfalls.
These beautiful waterfalls, and I hope you can hear us over the roaring water that's coming down from the mountain. It surrounds us here. There is waterfalls here, there's waterfalls there, they're above us, they're below us. It's really hard to get a photo of it all.
Well, you can't. You can't, and there's thick rainforest jungle right on the sides of the stream. I did put Zoomy, our drone, up, and I've flown it around the place, particularly over the edge where we can only see from the top. It looks great from the other angle.
It looks spectacular, so we do hope that the Zoomy shots are great.
Yeah.
It was a bit scary.
It was a bit nerve-wracking with so many like overhead vines and trees and branches, and there's a fair bit of wind coming off the falls, so the drone was going up and down and sideways, so yeah, we can't afford to lose Zoomy, so it was a bit nervous. He's landed and safe in the country.
So how pretty is this going to get? And the water is freezing.
Yeah.
Freezing hot.
It's Monday morning and we're back at the post office. This has turned into a saga. What we do is we use Western Union to get access to cash. It's the most economic way, the lowest fees, the best currency conversion rate. But we've found that it is not without its potential hiccups. Here in Luwuk, Karen came in on Thursday. She transferred money to herself on Western Union. And the normal thing is you just come into the post office with your passport and your code from Western Union. Hand over the passport for ID and your code. Boom, boom, boom on the computer. Here's your money, madam. And they said, no, there's a problem with the computer system. It's not working. Come back tomorrow. And the post office is open on Saturday. So on Saturday morning, we came back. They said, yes, Karen's put in the code, provided the passport, they've entered that into the system, and then they said, oh no, error. And they've tried to ring their head office, it's a Saturday. so they weren't able to sort out the error, so we didn't get the money. We thought we'd come back Friday afternoon and try, Saturday afternoon, sorry, and try, and it was still error, couldn't get the money. But Karen thought, I better check the Western Union side of things. So she's gone onto her iPad and had a look, and yes, the code had been entered, yes, the passport provided, and yes, the transaction completed. So as far as Western Union's concerned, we've been given the money. Obviously we haven't. So Monday morning now, back to the post office, and there's a lovely lady in there working very hard to try and sort out the situation. But we really can't leave, because if we go somewhere else and go to a post office and say, look, we didn't get this money, and they say, yes, but it says you did. The lady in here knows we didn't. So that's why our stop in Luwuk has been extended. We're supposed to be a couple of days up the coast by now. All these little things that happen because TII, this is Indonesia. It's just part of the experience of travelling. With Indonesian villages, towns, cities all traditionally built right to the water, one of the issues that we do find a challenge sometimes is somewhere to actually land the dinghy and go ashore. Here in Luwuk we were told of a floating dock. We checked it out the first day in. It was very crowded with local boats and not in a very good state of repair, and quite frankly was pretty hairy. So we looked around the following morning and found this spot. It's a fantastic spot with a concrete boat ramp, and we're able to just tie up there and walk through with easy access to the street. Here she is. Now, do you have good news for us?
We have good news. We have the money. Oh man. How many days have we sat in the post office? They just came out with a piece of paper in the end, said sign here, here is your money. We said thank you.
So it sounds like they still haven't fixed their IT problem.
They haven't fixed their IT problem.
They've just done a shortcut.
Yeah, they did a shortcut.
Well, that's so nice of them.
Yeah, seriously. That woman in here has tried so hard. Today she must have made about 20 phone calls. She's been online, and the other thing, you know, all the other customers have been waiting, and she's been serving us totally for all this amount of time. And the other customers were so, she would explain to them and they would just go and sit down and be served by the other lady. It was like, these people are beautiful. We seriously had a big problem because the money was said that we had been given it here. So if we left here, we had no comeback on with Western Union or with Indonesian Post.
So now we can afford some food.
So now I'm trying to find baking soda. It's here somewhere. I know it is.
With our cash problems solved, we were ready to sail further north towards the fabled Tajian Islands, said to be the most beautiful part of Sulawesi. This island has already been absolutely amazing, so if the Tajians are even more beautiful than what we've already seen, look out for our next few episodes. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click the button and the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. It won't cost you a cent, so why not? In the meantime, remember, life's for living, so make the most of every single day.